We are coming to the end of the month, and so far Bitcoin is managing to hold on to a bulk of its gains made in the last couple of weeks. This is the monthly chart you're looking at, and Bitcoin has bounced right where it needed to. This is obviously a very important level, the $65,000 area to around 60, which is where previously Bitcoin had found resistance and support in the past. The fact that we've rallied away from this zone suggests that Bitcoin may well have formed a bottom there. Now the key question is, do we get a pullback, or does it consolidate before breaking higher? And so far it looks like that might be the case, with Bitcoin consolidating in a bullish manner. You can see this on the lower time frames as well. Here, the hourly chart, you can see that it's been creeping higher and higher, testing that $80,000 level. And so far, it's looking quite healthy. So, has it bottomed is the key question, therefore. Well, technically, not yet. And the reason I say that is because Bitcoin is now at a very important inflection point. This is where the previous selling started back in May. Incidentally, this level also happens to be around a prior support area, which gave way earlier this year when we saw Bitcoin sell off, right? So this zone here needs to be reclaimed for me to turn decisively bullish on Bitcoin. So a potential break above 82,800, the high from this candle right here, would be the trigger that I am looking for to turn bullish on Bitcoin. The ideal scenario for me would be if we get a bit of a pullback in the next couple of days to bring us back to around the 200-day moving average, or the top of the prior breakout area, to around $67,000 to $68,000 area. That would be the ideal scenario for me, because then you will have a structure to work against when looking for new trade ideas. So that would be the ideal scenario, but I'm not sure if we will get a pullback of that deep given the magnitude of the rise here. In any case, it's worth waiting now for confirmation to see where Bitcoin is headed. Does it break the high I mentioned earlier, or does it go down first? The Aussie dollar is becoming one of my favorite currency pairs right now, because it's continuing to break key resistance levels and making higher highs and higher lows. It is objectively in a bullish trend with the 200-day moving average rising. The 21-day exponential is above the 200-day as well. So those moving averages are telling us in a non-subjective way that the trend is indeed bullish. Now zooming in a little bit, you can see price action in greater detail, and we broke out last Friday, consolidated here for a while, and now we are breaking higher once more. Where do we go from here is the next question. Well, there's not much in the way of obvious levels of resistance until around this zone right here of 72.15 area, which is where the previous selling started back in early May. But above that, you're talking about these highs of around 72.77-ish, and then thereafter the next round handle is 73, followed by 74, with the big psychological level of 75 coming into play next. It's also worth keeping an eye on your Fibonacci extension levels once we break higher, if we break higher, I should say. If we break out above this high, then the Fibonacci extension levels will come into focus, with the 127.2% coming in at around 73.90, while the 161.8 comes in at 75.32. So those are some of the objective targets from a bullish point of view, if you like. And for me, the trend will remain bullish even if we get a bit of a pullback in the next couple of days. I know we've got the Jackson Hole symposium on Friday, where the Fed Chair will be speaking, and his comments will move the currency markets, and indeed other financial markets as well. But for as long as we hold the trend line, the path of least resistance will remain to the upside. This is the short-term trend line. You can draw another one connecting the previous lows, but this is the more recent and short-term trend line to keep an eye on. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more market updates. I'll see you in the next update. Take care.